Welcome guys to Picama Stitches. Today we're going to be making this beautiful hot weather dress together. Let's get right into it. So guys, I'm making use of this beautiful Ankara print. It has two different designs. Now the one that has more design will be for the upper part. I'm going to be combining this, and this other part will be the midpoints. So let's fold. I have my fabric folded into two. The one up is for the front, the folded one below is for the back, and I have 2 inches allowance at the back for the opening. You can fix zipper on yours if you want to add zipper, but it's to join the back together. So at the top part of my fabric that I folded into 4, both front and back, will be cutting them together. I've gone ahead to mark 1 inch at the top, and I'm going to connect this into a straight line. This will serve as our shoulder line, and this is where all our markings will be starting from. So from that point, I'm going to be marking my shoulder to my nipple point. Okay, that's where the upper part is going to stop, and then I'm going to be adding 1/2 inch to join the lower part to it, and I'm going to go ahead and connect this into a straight line. Now I'm marking this again for accuracy, for me to get a straight line. Mark from your shoulder to your bust point. Okay, and when you get to that point, add 1/2 inch. If you don't want yours to stop at your bust point, you can take it lower. Okay, and I added 1/2 inch to that for joining the lower part to it. So go ahead and connect into a straight line. Remember, all our markings are starting from this folded part of the front. Okay, now I'm going to be marking our 3 inches neck width for now, and then I'll mark my 8 inches shoulder width. So go ahead and mark your own shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I came down by 1 inch at that point. Okay, now from the shoulder line, before I go ahead to do my slant, I wanted to confirm where my bust point is. Okay, so I've confirmed that. I'll just go ahead and slant my neck width, 3 inches neck width, to my shoulder width. So go ahead and add 1/2 inch to that. So I've added my 1/2 inch to my shoulder joining to avoid shortage. Okay, so from that slanted line, I'm going to be marking my armhole depth, which is your round bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inch, and what I had there, the difference, I'm going to mark it there and connect this into a straight line, and this will serve as my chest line. So I'll connect this into a straight line. So go ahead and mark your own chest line, what you have. Okay, please do not forget, all our measurements are starting from the front folded fabric. Okay, so I'm going to be marking my shoulder divided by 2 as well. I'm marking it over and over in order to get a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this into a straight line right from the shoulder slant to my chest line. Now the next thing we're going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be marking from this point, okay, where you saw my finger, my round bust divided by 4. I've marked that down, and I'm adding 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Okay, so go ahead and mark your round bust divided by 4 and connect it. I'm marking it straight down to my bust point. Now at the armhole here, divide what you have from that slanted part into 2. At that midpoint for my front armhole, I'm going to be marking 0.75. okay, and I'm going to connect it in a curved manner. Just watch the way I'm curving it. Okay, now 0.5 doesn't work for all body sizes. Okay, so if you want a detailed tutorial on that, let me know. So for myself, I'm doing 0.75. And now the back armhole is just going to be normal curve. Okay, so for my neck width, I'm going to be doing 3.5 inches, and for the neck depth for the front I'm going to be doing 3 inches for now, and then for the back I'm going to be doing 1 inch. So I'm going ahead to connect my 3 inches to my 3.5 inch neck width, and then I'll connect it also to the 1 inch neck depth for the back. Remember, this back allowance we have here, if you want to use yours for zipper, you can use it, but I left that allowance to join the back piece together. Okay, so it's as simple as that. We're done with our marking. All you just do is to go ahead and cut. Now remember to cut the front neckline and the front armhole alone for now, so that you will not cry premium tears. Okay, so when we're done, you go ahead and separate the front from the back, and then you can make the necessary adjustments on the front pattern. I hope that's understandable. Okay, now for this style I used almost 6 yards of fabric because of my gathers. You saw the fullness on me, so if you don't want yours to be that full, for a slim person you can do 4 yards. For a plus size, I'll advise you do 5 yards. It depends on how much gathers you want to play around with. Okay, so this is what we have. Now for the back, remember I left 2 inches for zipper. I want to reduce it to 1 inch, so that's what I'm marking. I'm cross-checking that to ensure I have 1 inch. So after cross-checking that, I'm going ahead to cut out the excess fabric that I have. So for my back, to close up the back, I left 1 inch. I hope that's understandable. So now you go ahead and separate both front and back. Go ahead now and adjust the armhole for the front. Okay, the front armhole is always deeper than the back. Okay, and then I'm adjusting the front neckline. So after cutting this out, guys, this is our beautiful upper part. Remember, this dress is divided into 3 parts: the top part, the middle part, and the lower part. Okay, so I'm going to be using this part as well for my facing. So by now, if you've been following my tutorial, I think you should know how to cut out a facing. So just go ahead and fold your facing into 2, unfold just like your front fabric is unfold. Make sure the center part is well aligned. Okay, now from the neck depth, I'm going to be coming down by 5 inches for the opening in front, so that we can wear this dress freely, so it won't be tight and choking on us. Okay, remember, there's no zipper in mind. If you want to fix zipper, you won't need to do this cut. Okay, so go ahead and mark out, just cut out the neckline the same way. The shoulder slant, we're going to be reducing it by 1 inch because I don't want my facing to go all the way to my shoulder. So I'm going to be reducing that by 1 inch. Okay, so go ahead and lift up your main fabric, and then I'm going to determine where I want my facing to stop. But before that, I'm going to be slitting this center part to that 5 inch mark that I made. I'm slitting both the facing and the main fabric. Okay, please kindly note, if you're fixing a zipper on yours, you won't need to do this, because with this it should be able to pass through your neck freely. So after doing this, guys, I made a mistake here. My facing was just too long, almost the length of the upper part, but I later adjusted that. Okay, so at the shoulder part, can you see what I did there? I came inwards by 1 inch. I don't want my facing to go all the way to the shoulder, so go ahead and cut this in a curved manner, just the way you see me do. Okay, so when you open this up, I had a little bit of excess there. Just trim this out for it to be well aligned. And then when you open this up, I just love this Ankara print. Tell me in the comments if you love it. If I should see it in the market, I'll get it again. Okay, so when you open up the front piece, this is, can you see the opening? Okay, And when you open up both fabric and facing, right sides facing each other, this is what you have. Okay, can you see the difference at the shoulder area? I didn't want my facing to get all the way to the shoulder, so this is where I realized my facing was too long, like it was the length of the upper part, so I had to reduce it. Okay, so I'll kindly go ahead to reduce my facing some more. So if you look at the style illustration carefully, you will see that after the upper part, the middle part is longer than the third step, the third gathers on the dress. Okay, so that means after cutting out your upper part, the center gathers you're going to be doing is going to be longer than the one you're going to be adding at the lower part, if you're following the picture on the thumbnail. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But if you want yours to be equal, just go ahead and divide the full length of your dress into 3, and what you have, that's what you're going to be cutting into 3 different places. I hope that's understandable. I just thought to bring that to us. So for the back facing, we're going to be doing the same thing, but the back facing is going to be divided into 2. It's not going to be on fold. Remember, the back is not on fold, the back is opened. Okay, so I've gone ahead to trace out the neckline and the shoulder slope. Remember what we did for the front, we came inwards by 1 inch. We're going to be doing the same thing. And now for the depth of the back, I'm doing 4 inches for the depth of the back facing, and I connect it just the way you see me do. It's as simple as that. Now this fabric is already hard, it's structured, this Ankara print, so I didn't want to add stay to mine, but you can add stay to yours if you want to, but I just did not add stay to my own fabric. Okay, but it's advisable to. Okay, so when you open this up, okay, you place your facing, right sides facing each other like you see me do. Can you see how beautiful it is? So we're going to be using this facing to turn from the opening area. Okay, turn the neckline. Okay, do not touch the shoulder part, the opening area and the neckline. So I'll go ahead and turn both the front and the back neckline, and then I'll show us what we have. So guys, this is a beautiful piece coming together even without ironing just yet. Can you see how lovely and neat this is? Okay, so go ahead and turn yours neatly. That's the front, and then for the back, I've gone ahead to turn the back. Okay, for one side, I'm going to show us how I did this. Okay, so after everything, notch this corner. Okay, and I've sewn these parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this, put your finger into this part and flip it to the right side. So after flipping this, this is what we have. So like I said, this Ankara is so structured, even without ironing, everything just lays in place. But please make sure you iron. Okay, I'm going to be weaving all these rough edges much later, but you can go ahead and hem yours. Okay, so go ahead and align both shoulders, right sides facing each other. You use one fist facing to wrap it up, and then you sew it up the way you see me do to get a neat and nice finish. Then I'll shape the sides. So this is what we have for the first part of our 3-tiered gathered dress. So can you see how beautiful and neat it is, both inside and out? I'm loving this fabric. Oh God, and the work is so neat. I love this. So guys, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. So you open up your dress, the top part like you see me do. I'm going to be measuring from one open end of the top part to the other open end. So this will guide us in making our gathers. So like I said, I want to play around with the pattern on this fabric. So the middle point is going to be the other design of the Ankara. So whatever you have here, you are going to times it by 2 for your gathers. Okay, if you have enough fabric, you can do 2.5, but I did 2.5. I guess that's why I exhausted all my fabric. Okay, I think I used almost 6 yards of this fabric, very little fabric left. So for the middle point, the full length of my dress is 40 inches plus hemming allowance. The top part is 12 inches. Now this midpoint is going to be 20 inches. Okay, so this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead and gather this to the top part. Like I said earlier, divide the 3 parts. Okay, if you want to have the same thing all around, divide the 3 parts into 3, and then what you have cut out. But from the thumbnail, from what I saw, the middle gathers is longer than the lower part. So after doing that, from this side you sew a straight stitch, then you start making your gathers. This is beautiful. So guys, after making my gathers, can you see what we have? This is so beautiful. I'm loving this already. Please kindly give this video a thumbs up. So for the lower parts, you're going to be measuring the lower part of this second gathers. I hope you understand. Measure what you have round and times it by 2 as well, or by 2.5. So after timesing that, I want to use this other part, this other pattern of the fabric to complete the lower part. Now the length I have here is 9 inches, half of an inch to join it, and then half of an inch to hem the lower part. I hope you understand, guys. Go ahead and place them right sides facing each other and gather it as well. Okay, so after gathering, guys, this is what we have. So I love fabrics that have patterns like this. You can always play around, design it, do different combos. Okay, so this is what we have. I made a little belt out of this. The width of this belt is 2 inches. The length is my waist round times 2. So if you want to use a belt, it's actually optional. I think I didn't even use the belt at the end of the day. Okay, you can use a belt or you can decide not to. So because of the fullness of my gathers, I exhausted my fabric. So that's why I said if you do not have enough fabric, you have to manage your gather. You can times it by 1.5 or times it by 2. Depends on the fullness that you want. Please, if anything is not clear to you, let me know in the comment section. So this is our beautiful dress. I love this dress. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and cut our sleeves. So I'm going to be using this middle design as well for my sleeve. Okay, I think it's all this pattern play around that made my fabric finish as well. So I have my sleeves folded into two different folds. We're cutting both sleeves at the same time. Now remember, this sleeve, there's an elastic at the hem, okay, of this sleeve. The length I have here is 23 inches plus hemming allowance. Okay, and then the width is going to be the wideness you want. Okay, but it has to be enough to give you that gathers effect at the hem parts. Okay, so from the top part, I'm going to mark down 4.5 inches, and I'm just going to be making a freehand cuff. Like I always say, if you do not understand how to cut a sleeve, please let me know in the comments. I'll make a detailed tutorial on that for you. Now this dress is best for this kind of weather, that the weather is so hot. Please, how is the weather over there where you are? God. So I had to make this short dress just for this weather. Okay, so I'm going to come down to my elbow area. I'm going to be marking my elbow round divided by 2. I'm going to be adding 3 inches east to that. I know it's not a fitted sleeve as such, but I just wanted that part to be a little bit fitted before it flares out at the lower part for the gathers. So at this cuffed part, go ahead and confirm your round armhole measurement. Okay, and I've confirmed mine. That's what I have. I'm going to connect it. Just watch the way I connect this. Connect it to your elbow, and from there just flare it out like an A-line shape. Okay, so that you can have that fullness for your gathers. If you have enough fabric, you can make it wider. Okay, so you can have more fullness, enough fabric to play around with your gathers. So it's as simple as that. We're done with our sleeves. I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Please guys, if you've watched this tutorial up to this point, kindly give this video a like. I need suggestions. How do you make your videos go viral? Because, oh my god, we need grace. I don't know, because you make a video and you end up getting just maybe 6 views or 5 views, no likes. It's actually the grace of God that keeps us going, but I'm not giving up. I'll continue, okay? But please, you that you're watching, please do not pass by. Just give this video a like and subscribe, okay? You can also as well share to others to benefit from, okay? A beautiful tutorial is loading and it will be coming up soon. So at this corner, you can decide to curve it if you don't want yours pointy, but I'll just leave mine straight, okay? And then you go ahead and notch the midpoint of your sleeve, and our sleeve is ready. It's as simple as that. So when you open this up, I'm going to open one of it. When you open this up, this is what you're going to be having for your sleeve, okay? So at this point, I didn't have enough fabric. If not, I would have made mine to be more fuller so I can have more effect on my elastic. So to pass our elastic through, you're going to be measuring your round arm measurement at this point, okay? Where your sleeve is going to be stopping at this point shouldn't be too tight on you. So I'm using this 1/2 inch elastic. I'm going to be measuring that, okay? Whatever measurement you have divided by 2, okay? Now you just take it round and cut exactly what you have, but add 1 inch to it for sewing, okay? So I've cut out 2 of these for the both sleeves. So I'm going to pick one and show you guys what to do. Now after hemming the lower part of your sleeve, fold in 1/4 inch and fold in 1 inch. After hemming the both sleeves, you pick your safety pin, okay? Pick your elastic and then you rush it into that opening. So I'll quickly do that for both sleeves, and then I'll go ahead and fix in my sleeves, and then I'll show us the end result. So this is our beautiful dress. Can you see the elastic? Can you see the wrists? Okay, this is so nice. Can you see the top part? I played around with the pattern. So the upper piece has the mixed color, the midpoint is the plain one, the hem is the mixed color. Can you see what we have? And the fullness of the gathers, I love it. And this is our belt, okay? So guys, if you found this video helpful, please kindly like, share and subscribe. Till I see you guys in our next tutorial. God bless you and stay blessed. I love you guys so much. And this is what it looks like on my mannequin, okay? So beautiful, even for a maternity wear. Till I see you guys next time. Bye bye.